Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins today. We've got an exciting topic for all you coin collectors and enthusiasts out there. You may think of a penny as a small, insignificant piece of change, but there's more to those little coins than meets the eye. Specifically, the 1971 Lincoln penny has become a rare find that could be worth a fortune. In fact, some of these coins have been sold for an astonishing $1.5 million. That's right. A penny worth just 1 cent could potentially make you a millionaire. In this video, we're going to dive into the history of the 1971 Lincoln penny, how some of them became so valuable, and how you can spot a rare one hiding in your pocket change. Let's get started. To understand why the 1971 Lincoln penny could be worth so much, we need to go back a little bit in history. The Lincoln penny, also known as the 1-cent coin, has been a part of U.S. currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The original, designed by Victor David Brenner, featured Lincoln's portrait on the front and 2 stalks of wheat on the back, hence the term wheat penny. However, in 1959, the design on the reverse side of the coin was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, which is what we see today. This design change was made to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and it became a permanent feature of the coin from that year onward. Fast forward to 1971, and the Lincoln penny was still going strong as one of the most widely used coins in the United States. In 1971, the United States Mint produced millions of these pennies, with most of them being struck in copper. These pennies were made for circulation and were used in everyday transactions, just like any other coin. So, why is it that the 1971 Lincoln penny could be worth so much more than its face value? The answer lies in the potential for minting errors. Like many other years, the 1971 Lincoln penny had its fair share of production mistakes, and these error coins have become highly valuable to collectors. The most notable of these errors is the 1971 double die obverse penny. This is a coin where the design was struck multiple times, causing a doubling effect on the letters and numbers on the coin, especially in the word liberty and the date 1971. This rare minting flaw results in a doubled image that is visible to the naked eye, and it's one of the most sought-after variations of the 1971 penny. So, what exactly is a double die? It's a type of minting error that occurs when a coin is struck multiple times with the same die. The most famous example of this is the double die obverse, where you can see the doubling effect on the front of the coin. In the case of the 1971 penny, the doubling happens primarily in the Liberty inscription and the date. If you look closely at the 1971, you'll notice that the numbers seem to have a shadowed, double appearance, which is a clear sign of a double die error. Now, these 1971 double die obverse pennies are extremely rare. The minting process used in the 1970s wasn't as precise as it is today, which means that these errors were not easily caught. As a result, very few 1971 double die obverse pennies made it onto circulation, and those that did are now worth significantly more than their face value. Some of these rare pennies have been sold at auction for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in certain cases, they've reached the $1.5 million mark. If you're wondering how you can identify a 1971 double die obverse penny, it's not as hard as you might think. The first thing to check is the word Liberty on the front of the coin. You should also closely inspect the date, especially the 7 and 1 in 1971. The doubling effect is usually easy to spot once you know what to look for. If you find a 1971 penny with doubling in these areas, it's definitely worth having it professionally graded and appraised. But it's not just the double die that makes the 1971 Lincoln penny valuable. Other errors, such as off-center strikes or misaligned dies, can also make a penny worth much more than its original face value. These kinds of errors are much rarer, and the fewer the number of error coins, the higher their value. Now, let's talk about condition. Even though a 1971 double die obverse penny might be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in good condition, The coin's value can increase exponentially if it's in mint state. The better the condition of the coin, meaning the less wear and tear it has sustained, and the more valuable it becomes. This is why professional coin graders are so important in the world of numismatics. They can assign a grade to your coin, and that grade will heavily influence how much it's worth on the market. If you think you have a valuable 1971 Lincoln penny, the best thing to do is to have it professionally graded. A professional grading service will assess the condition of your coin, as well as its rarity, and assign it a grade based on its quality. If you have a high-grade 1971 double-die obverse penny, there's a very good chance it could be worth a small fortune. Some of these rarer coins have sold for as much as $1.5 million at auction, making them one of the most valuable era coins in U.S. history. To summarize, the 1971 Lincoln penny might seem like just another ordinary coin, but it has the potential to be worth a small fortune. Whether it's the famous double-die obverse or another minting error, some of these pennies have become highly sought after by collectors, with prices reaching into the millions. So, if you have a 1971 penny lying around, it's definitely worth taking a second look. You might just have a treasure hiding in your pocket. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting content about rare coins and collectibles. If you've ever found a rare coin, or if you have any 1971 pennies in your collection, we'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting. Subscribe for more coin content, with links to related videos and social media. Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. Today, we're going to talk about something truly remarkable, a simple 1968 Lincoln penny. While most of us have seen these coins a million times, there's something special about the 1968 penny that could make you a millionaire. Yes, you heard that right. A penny that was originally worth just 1 cent could now be worth a staggering $1.6 million. How is that possible? Stick around, because in this video, we're going to explore the history of the 1968 Lincoln penny, the rare minting errors that have made it so valuable, and how you might just have one of these hidden treasures in your pocket change. First, let's take a look at the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent, as it's officially called, has been a part of U.S. currency since 1909. The coin was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The original design, created by Victor David Brenner, featured Lincoln's portrait on the front and 2 stalks of wheat on the back. That's why we refer to older pennies from 1909 to 1958 as wheat pennies. In 1959, the U.S. Mint made a change to the reverse design of the penny, replacing the wheat stalks with the Lincoln Memorial to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This became the design that is still in use today. By the time the 1968 Lincoln penny was minted, the coin had been in circulation for nearly 6 decades, but it wasn't until later that a certain minting error would transform some of these pennies into valuable collectibles. So, why is the 1968 penny so valuable? Well, the story begins with a rare minting error that occurred that year, one that collectors have been searching for ever since. The 1968 penny is famous for the double-die obverse error, a type of minting mistake that happens when the coin is struck twice by the same die. This creates a doubled image of the coin's design, and in the case of the 1968 penny, the error is most noticeable in the word liberty and the date 1968. What exactly is a double die error? A double die happens when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned or struck multiple times before being fully retracted. This leads to a doubling effect on the design. On a normal, correctly struck coin, the letters and numbers are crisp and clear, but with a double die error, you can see a shadowed duplicate of the design, making it look like the letters and numbers have been doubled or offset. For the 1968 Lincoln penny, this effect is most noticeable in Liberty and the date 1968, where the letters and numbers appear more than once. This makes it relatively easy to spot if you know what to look for. The error itself is rare, and even though millions of 1968 pennies were minted, only a very small number of them have this doubling error. So, why are these pennies worth so much? Well, As with all rare coins, their value is determined by both their rarity and their condition. Double-die pennies are much rarer than most other coins, and because of the limited number of these rare coins that were produced, they are highly sought after by collectors. In fact, well-preserved examples of the 1968 double-die obverse penny have sold for as much as $1.6 million at auction. That's right, a coin that was originally worth just 1 cent has now become a $1 million treasure. How does this happen? Well, as time goes on, certain coins become harder and harder to find, especially when they're in mint condition. The fewer the coins, the higher the demand, and when it comes to double-die errors, collectors are often willing to pay top dollar to add one to their collection. But let's not forget about the condition of the coin. Like all coins, the better the condition, the higher the value. If the 1968 penny is in near mint or mint state, meaning it has little to no signs of wear or damage, its value increases exponentially. A penny in poor condition will still be worth more than face value if it has the double-die error, but the price will be significantly lower than a well-preserved specimen. So, how can you tell if your 1968 penny has this double-die error? The first thing to do is to look at the word Liberty. Check for any signs of doubling in the letters, particularly near the top of the L and Y. Then, turn the coin over and look closely at the date 1968. You'll notice that the numbers will also appear doubled, with a slight shadow effect behind the original numbers. If you see this doubling, you might have a very valuable coin on your hands. Now, you might be wondering what to do if you think you found a rare 1968 double-die penny. The next step is to have it professionally graded. A professional coin grading service can assess the condition of your coin, confirm whether it has the double-die error, and assign it a grade based on its quality. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. With higher numbers indicating better quality. A mint state coin A1 with almost no wear A will be worth far more than one that's heavily circulated. Once your coin is graded, you'll have a much better idea of its value. If it turns out that you have a high-quality 1968 double-die obverse penny, you could be holding onto a $1 million treasure. The rarest examples of those error coins have sold for over $1.6 million at auctions. So it's definitely worth checking your change or your coin collection to see if you've got one of these hidden gems. In conclusion, the 1968 Lincoln penny may seem like just another piece of change, but some of these coins are incredibly valuable due to a rare minting error at a double-die obverse. If you find a 1968 penny with the double-die error, especially one in mint condition, you might just be holding onto a $1.6 million treasure. So, always keep an eye out for these rare coins, because they could make you a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content about rare coins and other valuable collectibles. Have you ever found a rare coin in your collection or pocket change? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Subscribe for more coin content, with links to related videos and social media. Title: The 1989 Lincoln Penny, the $1.40. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something very exciting for coin collectors and enthusiasts. If you've ever wondered if a simple penny could be worth a fortune, the answer might surprise you. In this video, we'll be talking about the 1989 Lincoln Penny, and why some of these coins are worth a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. That's right, a penny that was worth just 1 cent at the time it was minted could now make you a millionaire. Stick around as we explore the fascinating history of the 1989 Lincoln Penny, what makes some of them so valuable, and how you might find one of these rare treasures hiding in your pocket change. Let's start with a little bit of history. The Lincoln penny has been a cornerstone of U.S. currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The original design, created by Victor David Brenner, featured Lincoln's portrait on the front and 2 stalks of wheat on the back. This design remained until 1959, when the reverse side of the penny was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By the time the 1989 Lincoln penny was minted, The design had been in circulation for several decades. While the penny was primarily made of copper, the late 1980s saw the introduction of a slightly altered composition to accommodate rising copper prices. The 1989 penny was produced primarily for circulation and didn't attract much attention at the time. However, what most people didn't realize was that some of these pennies contained an error that would later make them incredibly valuable. Now, you might be thinking, a 1989 penny? What could be so special about that? Well, the key to the $1.4 million value of certain 1989 Lincoln pennies lies in minting errors. Minting errors are mistakes that happen during the coin production process. These errors can range from minor flaws to major misprints, and they can make a coin far more valuable than its intended value. So, what's the big mistake that turned the 1989 Lincoln penny into a rare treasure? The main error that turned the 1989 penny into a highly sought-after coin is the 1989 double-die obverse penny. A double-die error occurs when the coin's die, the metal stamp used to strike the design onto the coin, is improperly aligned or strikes the coin more than once. This results in a doubling effect on the features of the coin, especially on the letters and numbers. In the case of the 1989 penny, the double-die error is most visible in the word Liberty and the date 1989. If you look closely, you'll see that the lettering and the numbers appear doubled, with a slight shadow of a second set of letters or numbers behind the original. This kind of mistake is extremely rare, and because so few of these double-die pennies were produced, they are highly prized by collectors. So, why are these error coins worth so much? Well, minting errors like the double die are much rarer than most people realize. The U.S. Mint produces billions of coins each year, but only a very small percentage of those coins are affected by minting errors. When collectors find one of these rare, error-filled coins, their value skyrockets because they are incredibly hard to come by. The 1989 double-die obverse penny is one of the most valuable error coins in recent history, and examples of this coin have been known to fetch anywhere from tens of thousands to over $1.4 million at auction. That's right, a simple penny that was made to be worth just 1 cent can now be worth millions of dollars, depending on its condition and rarity of the error. So, how do you spot a double-die error on a 1989 Lincoln penny? The first thing you'll want to check is the word Liberty. Look carefully for any signs of doubling, especially near the tops of the letters. You might notice a shadow or a second set of letters slightly offset from the first. The same goes for the date 1989. The numbers will appear doubled, particularly around the 9 and the 8. This doubling effect can be faint, so it's important to use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a closer look. But finding a 1989 double-die obverse penny isn't the only way to strike it rich. Even if you don't find the specific error, other minting mistakes, such as off-center strikes, misaligned dies, or die cracks, can also make a 1989 penny more valuable. The more unusual the error, the more valuable the coin. Of course, the condition of the coin plays a significant role in its value. A mint-state coin, meaning one with little to no wear or damage, will be worth far more than a coin that's been heavily circulated or has suffered damage over the years. Coin grading services can help assess the quality of your coin and determine its true market value. If you think you have a rare 1989 penny on your hands, the next step is to have it professionally graded. A professional coin grading service can evaluate your coin's condition and confirm whether it's a doubled die or another valuable error. Once graded, your penny will be certified, and its value will be more accurately determined. So, what should you do if you find a rare 1989 penny with a double die error? The best course of action is to have it certified and graded by a reputable grading service. Once you have a certified coin, you can sell it at coin auctions or to specialized coin dealers. Some of these rare 1989 double-die pennies have sold for over $1.4 million at auction, proving just how valuable these seemingly ordinary coins can be. In conclusion, the 1989 Lincoln penny might look like just another ordinary coin, but some of these pennies are hiding a big secret. With the right minting errors, such as the double-die obverse, these pennies can be worth a small fortune. So, Always take a closer look at your change. You might be holding onto a $1.4 million treasure without even realizing it. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content about rare coins and collectibles. Have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket change? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Subscribe for more coin content, with links to related videos and social media. Welcome back to the channel, Rarest Coins everyone. If you're a coin collector, or just someone who's interested in finding hidden treasures, today's video will surely spark your curiosity. We're going to be diving deep into the 1980 Lincoln penny, and you won't believe the hidden value some of these coins hold. Some 1980 pennies are actually worth a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. Yes, that's right, a coin that was once worth just 1 cent could now make you a millionaire. Stick around as we uncover the history, the mistakes, and the potential fortune locked inside your pocket change. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln penny, or the 1-cent coin, has been a staple of U.S. currency since it was first introduced in 1909, to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. Designed by artist Victor David Brenner, the original coin featured the iconic portrait of Lincoln on the front and a wheat design on the back, which is why those coins are often referred to as wheat pennies. Fast forward to 1959, and the design on the reverse side of the penny was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial. This was the design we all know today. Now, that brings us to 1980, the year we're focusing on. By 1980, the penny's composition was primarily copper, and millions of them were produced. Just like every other year, most of them circulated freely, used in everything from candy machines to small purchases. But what most people don't realize is that some 1980 pennies have become extremely valuable due to errors made during the minting process. The value of a 1980 penny, or any penny for that matter, is usually just 1 cent, unless you find one with an error. And we're not talking about the tiny scratch or dent, we're talking about serious minting mistakes that make certain pennies incredibly rare and valuable. Let's talk about one of the most valuable mistakes, the 1980 double die obverse. A double die is a type of minting error that happens when a coin is struck multiple times with the same die, causing a doubling effect on the coin's design. This error happens when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly, and the result is a double image of the features on the coin, especially the letters and numbers. Now, the 1980 double die obverse penny features this distinctive doubling in areas like Liberty and the date. You'll see the numbers in 1980 and the word Liberty appear twice, one slightly off from the other. If you happen to find one of these pennies, you might just be holding a coin worth far more than its face value. So, why are these pennies so valuable? Well, in 1980, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, but only a very small number of them have the double die error. Coins with this flaw are highly sought after by collectors, and the rarer the coin, the more valuable it becomes. In fact, well-preserved examples of the 1980 double die obverse penny have been sold at auction for staggering prices. In some cases, these pennies have sold for over $100,000, and on the extremely rare occasion, they've even been known to fetch an unbelievable $1.3 million. Imagine that, finding a coin that was made to be worth 1 cent can end up being worth over $1 million. That's the magic of rare minting errors. Now, you might be asking, how can I tell if my 1980 penny is worth that much? Great question. There are a few ways to spot these errors. First, look closely at the word Liberty and the date 1980. You'll want to use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe for the best view, especially when looking for the doubling effect. If you see a slight shadow of a second image, or the letters look like they have been struck twice, you might have a double die penny on your hands. It's important to note that the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. A penny that's in mint condition, meaning it shows little to no signs of wear, will be worth significantly more than a worn or corroded one. Coins are graded based on their condition, with higher grades commanding much higher prices. So, if you find a high-grade 1980 double die obverse penny, it could be worth a small fortune. While the 1980 double die obverse is one of the most famous error coins from that year, it's not the only variation worth keeping an eye out for. Other minting errors, like off-center strikes or misaligned dies, can also increase the value of your penny. However, the double die obverse penny is the one that has made headlines and attracted the highest bids. Now, what if you don't have a 1980 penny with an error? Don't worry, even standard 1980 pennies aren't without their value. In fact, 1970s and 1980s pennies in general are often collected due to their historical significance and their association with the transition period in U.S. coinage. But if you're looking to strike it rich, those error coins are the real jackpot. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1980 penny with an error? The best course of action is to have it professionally graded by reputable coin grading service. These companies use strict criteria to assess a coin's condition and authenticity, and they'll assign a grade that can greatly influence its value. A certified error coin with a high grade can bring in far more than one that isn't properly authenticated. If you've found one of those rare coins, or if you have a coin that might be worth something, you can sell it at coin auctions or through specialized dealers. Some auction houses have sold rare error coins for over $1 million, proving just how valuable these seemingly small coins can be. To wrap it up, the 1980 Lincoln penny might seem like just another ordinary coin, but the small number of these pennies hold the key to an incredible fortune. Whether it's the famous 1980 double die obverse or another minting error, the value of these pennies can be life-changing for the lucky few who find them. So, always check your change, because that penny in your pocket could be worth far more than you ever imagined. If you found this video informative, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content about rare coins and other amazing collectibles. Let us know if you've ever found a rare coin or if you've got any 1980 pennies hiding in your collection. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep collecting. Subscribe for more coin content, with links to related videos and social media.